Namaste, this is Vaidya Samarthrao. I'm practicing Ayurvedic physician at Amrita Ayurvedic Center. This episode we are going to talk about all the foods and activities that you have to do to reduce your hyperacidity or GERD, reflux. In Ayurveda we call this Amla Pitta. In a typical condition like Amla Pitta, there is a lot of acid being produced in the stomach. And that is the reason you have the term Amla Pitta, sourness with Pitta, which causes Amla Pitta. There are foods that reduce your gastric. So what are the favorable foods that you need to consume? First is Purana Shali. Purana Shali is old rice that is kept stored for a year. So this is excellent in neutralizing those acids and normalizing the acid production in your stomach. Second is barley. Barley, which is very cooling in nature, it reduces all the three doshas, Vata, Pitta, Kapha. Consuming barley is very beneficial. How can you cook barley? You can take a handful of barley, soak it overnight in water, and next day morning when it is soft, you can then boil it with milk, or you can boil it with a little bit of spices and you can consume it. So it can be consumed as a porridge or ganji. Barley is extremely good in hyperacidity and reflux. The other important grain is wheat. Wheat or goduma is very good in Amla Pitta. Of course, they say it has starch and gluten and everything, but going against gluten, avoiding gluten is also very dangerous to the body. So wheat is very good in Amla Pitta. Having a chapati without oil is very balancing and delicate to your stomach. The next important grain is moong dal or green gram. Green gram is very cooling in nature, reduces all the three doshas, and using it as your dal is very helpful. So you have a couple of choice of using lentils. So you can use tur dal or the red lentil, or you can use the green dal. The green dal or moong dal. Moong dal is much beneficial if you have hyperacidity. Next is try to use water that is cooled after boiling. So boiling water, right, it prepares it, makes it more palatable to the stomach, more absorbing. So water that is boiled and kept and cooled and then consuming it is extremely beneficial. Sugar is good for Amla Pitta. Most of the Ayurvedic preparations that we give as medicine for hyperacidity has sugar content in it. So sugar induces that salivation. It helps to develop that healthy mucosal membrane in the esophagus or your food pipe. So that will create a healthy coating so that any spicy food you eat also is not affected in your food pipe. So sugar and honey both are very good for developing a healthy mucosal membrane in your gut. The other good two vegetables that can be used, one is a fruit, another is a vegetable, is banana flowers. Banana flowers can be cooked or it can be consumed as a juice early in the morning. That can also help in your Amla Pitta problem. The next important one that is very good for the gut is one fruit. It is called dadima. It's called pomegranate. From your oral cavity to your anal cavity, the whole pipe, that is your food pipe, the intestines, your stomach, and all the organs around there, what is very beneficial is pomegranate, or it's called dadima. Okay? Dantaphala, when you open it, looks like teeth, red color. Pomegranates are very good for your gut. Include a bit of pomegranate in your diet every day. That can solve all your tummy related problems, your intestine related problems, your food pipe related problems. The another good fruit for Amla Pitta is amla or Indian gooseberry. Indian gooseberry, there are 6 tastes, and in that Indian gooseberry has 5 tastes except salt taste. You chop a little bit of Indian gooseberry, add a little bit of salt and consume. You will experience all the 6 tastes in your mouth. This is very Shita in nature, very cooling in nature when it hits your stomach. So, this is extremely beneficial. The other important thing is pumpkin, a ripened pumpkin. We call it the white gourd, the white pumpkin, or boot kumulkai, which is called in Kannada. This juice, also consuming early in the morning, is extremely beneficial to normalize the acid in your stomach and to solve the hyperacidity problem. All the bitter foods also are very good. Bitter is tikta rasa, like bitter gourd, and all the gourds and the vegetables and the leaves can be consumed. So these are all the various foods when consumed can reduce hyperacidity. A final advice I would give you is, especially in the night, avoid curds, avoid dosa idli, spicy chutneys and masalas that are fried in oil in the night. That will reduce your episodes of heartburn in the night that come up and confuse you, that can even cause sweating and a lot of discomfort. It can be reduced tremendously. So this episode I've told you all the different things that you can do to avoid heartburn and hyperacidity or amla pitta. Next episode I'll talk to you about another disease. Thank you.